Today is January 1st, 2026. And normally at the start of the year I start thinking about what kind of adventures I'm going to have for this year. So the nature of an adventure is you don't know. So it's fun to think about, though, just try to plan for something that you really can't plan for. An adventure, part of an adventure is that you don't know how it's going to work out. So there's a part of that that's the unknown. But for 2026, for 2025, I started out hunting with a traditional bow. I love traditional archery. I love the traditional bow, and I love the history of it. I love the simplicity, but the complexity of how to shoot the bow. It's very simple. It's a very simple weapon, and yet it takes a lot to be efficient with it. In 2025, I started out pretty solid with this, but by the middle of the season, I guess, I started feeling like I either had to practice more to be confident, but if I did, I could tell that my shoulders weren't going to allow me to do that. So it was kind of this balancing act of trying to shoot just enough to be confident, trying to practice just enough to be confident, but then not too much that it was going to hurt my shoulders and cause my shooting to suffer. So I switched over in 2025 to this, which I also really like. I enjoy the traditional muzzleloader. This one is a Thompson Center Renegade that I have modified to be what I call a trapper's carbine. It's a short barrel. It's only an 18-inch barrel. Makes it a lot lighter. It's 2 pounds lighter. I was able to shave off 2 pounds, so it's a lot easier to carry around in the woods. So what I really enjoy about these traditional weapons, whether it's muzzleloader or a traditional bow, is that the history of it is what I really enjoy, and trying to kind of recreate or get a feel when I go out hunting with these weapons, what it would have been like maybe 100 years ago, 200 years ago. And so I really enjoy that part about it. What this doesn't have, it doesn't have quite the challenge as a traditional bow. I can shoot confidently quite a bit farther with this, out to probably 50 yards, maybe on a good day out to 70 yards with this shortened barreled traditional firearm. But it does have the history side of it. So also, what this doesn't have is the lightweight. This still weighs about 7 pounds. So as opposed to about 4 pounds with my recurve. I was able to take a bear with this year, which was really fun in 2025. Was able to use the old-fashioned rifle to take a bear. This year, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I don't know what I'm going to hunt with, but what I'm thinking about right now is using this crossbow. This is a homemade crossbow. I created this because I heard about a crossbow that was found I believe it was found in the early 1800s in France. It was a crossbow that used a notch here in the stock where the string goes into this notch, and then it used a lever to push the string up out of the notch to fire it. Very, very simple design. And so I decided to try to recreate that to an extent. I don't have all the dimensions on this the same, but the mechanism that causes it to fire, the thumb trigger, is what that crossbow had. This crossbow that they found was dated back to about 1040 AD, so almost 1,000-year-old technology. It's probably before that. This was just one that they had found. So what this gives me is the challenge, because I'm only good with it out to about 30 yards because of the way this trigger works and the really long trigger, the travel on the trigger. It's hard to be accurate with it. Also, how lightweight this is, it makes it harder to be accurate. But I didn't want a super accurate crossbow. I wanted a challenging crossbow, and I wanted it to be historically a little more accurate than what you can get with the modern crossbows today. So very, very simple design, something I can work on in the field, something that's easy to carry around. It's only 2.5 pounds, so it's lighter than my recurve. The efficiency of this makes it about like, even though I'm pulling 125 pounds with it, it makes it about like shooting a 55-pound recurve. And like I said, I'm only good with it out to about 30 yards. So let's go outside and shoot this. Let's go out to where I set up my target. We'll shoot this a little bit, and I'll show you a little bit more about this crossbow. So you push down with your thumb, and then it pushes the string up out of a groove here. Very, very simple design. So this is like a peasant's bow that they found. One nice thing about this design is that you can decock it really easily. So you just take off your bolt, and then you can pull back the string just like you're cocking it, pull it out of the groove, and it's decocked.